boys and girls. I was looking at this collection of different butterflies and I was pretending like I was some sort of butterfly collector, and I wanted to see how many butterflies I had of each kind. But it's a little bit confusing because they're all kind of laying together and mixed in together, so there's really no organization. You know what I think I should do? I think that I should sort my butterflies by the type of butterfly they are. Do you think I could do that? Let's see if we can find some organization. This butterfly is blue. So maybe if I look through my pile, find the other blue butterflies, and put the ones that are alike together, I will know which different types I have. Oh, look, here's a red one. Those together. This one almost looks like a moth because the colors aren't quite as vibrant as the other ones. Let's see, I've got, these are kind of grayish and brown. I'll put those together and then some yellows. Oh, look. Now that I've sorted the butterflies by their type, I can tell that I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different kinds of butterflies. Before, I just knew there were a lot of butterflies, but without sorting them, I couldn't tell how many different kinds of butterflies. What else could I figure out by sorting them? You know what I could do? I could count them and figure out how many I had of each kind. I'm going to back the camera up in just a minute to see if I can show you a little bit more of what I'm doing here. I'm sort of spreading them out. If I had a great big space, I could make a graph out of my butterflies, couldn't I? And then it would be very easy to tell how many I had of each type. I could line them right up and it would just be like reading a graph. It's kind of what I did here, but you can't see the whole graph, can you? Most of it you can. If you look over here, you can see that I have 1, 2, 3 blue butterflies. Did you notice I started counting at the bottom? Because when we make a graph, we start at the bottom and count up, unless our graph goes from left to right, and then that's a different situation. I can see there are 2 reds, 2 yellows, 4 of the grayish brown, and then 3 of the orange ones. Now that they're arranged like this, I can see that I have an equal number of red and yellow butterflies. I can also see that I have the greatest number of the brown butterflies because it's the longest line. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, sorting and classifying is really useful in math. It's also very useful in science. Well, you know what? Maybe we should get some practice with this. Let me show you some worksheets that can help us do just that. All right, all these worksheets for this station are going to come from your yellow folder, and there are 3 lessons in a row. There's 2.5 with the bug jar, 2.6 with some dogs, pigs, and rabbits, and 2.7 with some more dogs, pigs, and rabbits, but these ones have different objects with them too. Let's take a peek starting at 2.5 and see what you can do today to practice learning about things that are alike and to sort them by their type. I'm going to grab my colored pencils again. You could use colored pencils if you're fortunate enough to have them, or crayons would work just fine for this. All right, here are my directions. Sort by bug types using different colors for each type of bug. That reminds me of what I was doing with the butterflies. Well, let's see. Maybe I'll start out with my red pencil. And all of the bugs that look like ladybugs, I'm going to color red. There's 1, 2. Oh, look at, there's more over here. There's bug number 3. And here's bug number 4. You could do this right along with me. That way when the video is done, at least part of your work will already be finished. You won't have very much to do. Alright, now I'm going to go for a different kind of bug. Looks like there's some grasshoppers, so I'm going to grab a green color. And the ones that look like grasshoppers to me, I'm going to color green. There's 1, 2. Oh, look at this one. Almost hopped right by without me seeing it. 3, 4. Looks like there's an equal number of ladybugs and grasshoppers right now, but look, now there's another grasshopper. So there will be a greater number of green grasshoppers than red ladybugs. I think I'll switch to orange. Let's do the flies orange, shall we? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Who was it that was already saying something about, oh, there's the fewest of the flies? Was that you, Alec? You're doing some great comparing with these numbers. Well, boys and girls, on this worksheet, we just practiced sorting by type. We sorted the types of bugs here. There's some more activities we can do to get us ready to be super scientists someday. And we can learn to compare. We can compare numbers. For this one, we need to illustrate. That's a fancy word for draw. Draw the same numbers of balls as dogs. Oh, so for every dog, they're going to have 1 ball. All right, well, I'm going to get this purplish color. And I'm going to name the dogs as I go along. Are you ready? All right, this one's going to be Fido. Fido gets a ball. This one's going to be Pete. Pete gets a ball. This one's going to be Sally. I don't know why I want to name that dog Sally, but it just came to my mind. I think I should name, what should we name this one? You think this should be Harry the dog? All right, let's do that. All right, you want to call Clifford? I thought there already was a Clifford. Okay, we'll call him Clifford anyways. All right, so I drew 1 ball to match each dog. They match 1 to 1. Oh, sure, you could color those in later, make them look a little bit fancier. That would be great. Now, these directions say, illustrate, let's draw, the same number of mud puddles as pigs. That's kind of fun. They each get their own mud puddle. Okay, here we go. 1 mud puddle, 2 mud puddles, 3 mud puddles. There's an equal number of mud puddles to the number of pigs. 3 pigs, 3 puddles. Now I need to draw the same number of carrots as rabbits. Oh, that's good because they won't have to argue or fight for their carrot, right? I'm going to make my carrots kind of like a triangle today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could you tell how many rabbits there were just by counting the number of carrots? You probably could because you knew if there was an equal number of rabbits to carrots, and if I had 4 carrots, that means I would have to have 4 rabbits. Great. All right, so we talked a little bit about having equal numbers or the same numbers. Now guess what we're going to look at? We're going to look at a situation where there are more of something. It says, draw a line to show the pairs and then circle the group that shows more. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be doing some matching up. I'm going to use my marker for this so that you can see it clearly. I'm a little bit worried about that lighting. All right, so this dog gets this ball. He got a little fancier ball than Fido and Sally and Henry did, or Harry, right? This dog gets this ball. This dog gets this ball. This dog gets that ball. Okay, I ran out of balls, so I can't give them any more, can I? So what do we have more of? Do we have more dogs or do we have more balls? Yeah, we can clearly see there are more dogs because this dog didn't get a ball. So let's put a ring around the dogs. Okay, very good. All right, now I have to match the pigs to their petals. Here's the pig, here's the petal. Here's the pig, here's the petal. Here's the pig, here's the petal. Uh-oh, what do I have a greater number of? I have more mud puddles. Now, boys and girls, do me a favor. Just because there's a mud puddle without a pig, don't think that means you can go play in that puddle. Now, we don't want any messes today. Okay, now I'm going to match bunnies to carrots. Are you thinking about Winston, my bunny, that I was showing you the other day? Maybe you were thinking about a special bunny you know. Easter bunny, that's pretty far off. We better hold off on Easter bunny stories. All right, bunny, carrot, bunny, carrot, bunny, carrot, bunny, carrot. Now, what do we have more of? Do we have more bunnies or do we have more carrots? This one's left over. So we have more carrots. Do you know how many more? One more. Did you know, boys and girls, we just did a subtraction problem? We showed the difference between the number of bunnies and the number of carrots. I could say I have 5. I'm going to write it up here. I know that's for our name, but we're a little bit out of space. I have 5 carrots. If I take away 4, 1 for each bunny, how many do I have left? 1 left. I know we're getting a little bit of a sneak peek at what we're going to do later in the year. I know Hunter probably does that in first grade, right, Logan? I know Hunter's been practicing it, and now you are too. You guys are going to know some of this good stuff. Okay, boys and girls, you can go back if you want to spend a little bit more time on each of those worksheets. But if not, you are done with the station. All right, keep up the good work.